Welcome back, gang, to another episode of The New Ham. My name's Scott, call signs W4OLV. Stay with me today because I'm going to talk about the top 5 accessories that I recommend for your new handy talkie. Alright, so I want to talk about 5 things that are going to make your handy talkie your own and is going to add some functionality to your radio. First is a handy talkie holster, something that you can keep that in. And I don't like just using the belt clips. One, I hate having to fight with this to get it on and off my belt or in and out of my pocket. If I hook it onto my pocket, eventually this thing gets knocked out, knocked to the floor because I'm constantly getting in and out of chairs with arms and things like that. It's going to knock it out. With this, I can put it in, strap it in, and we're good to go. I know it's secure. We're not going to drop our radio. And for some of us, you know, you've gone out, you've invested a substantial sum, protect it. The other part is if you do or have interest in SOTA or POTA, or you camp, hike, whatever it is, there's also another great thing that you can do with this. Most backpacks today have some type of MOLLE system or some way that you can hook these on. And you can just simply run that through the MOLLE, snap it in, and you're ready to go. I'm just going to leave that one hang for right now. But it's a lot of convenience. It definitely is a convenience item. It's not a must-have, but you'll thank me if you pick one of these up. And this one's from Maxpedition. It is fully adjustable, so it doesn't matter what type of radio you have. It can adjust to fit. My second recommendation is also a convenience item. It's the lapel mic. I've had a lot of experience with the lapel mic. I'm a former law enforcement officer, and these things are great. It keeps you from pulling your radio in and out of your pocket all the time, off of your belt all the time, and allows you, if you're having constant conversations, you can certainly just keep this pinned up here and go to it anytime you need it. Great if you're doing something like CERT. Again, if you're attending some type of ham convention and want to have this with you, you can use it that way as well. But it is a great convenience item to have. Not necessarily a must-have right off of the bat, but I can certainly tell you something worthwhile investing in shortly after you get your radio. Now, these last 3 recommendations that I have, they're the ones that you really are probably going to look at, and the last 2 are ones that I highly recommend and think they should be go-tos for you. So number 3 is the radio antenna. Most of us want to replace the little rubber duck antennas that come with our radios. And what I will tell you is test out your radio's antenna first. Just like the FT4XR that we're giving away here on Friday, the antenna gets rave reviews, actually. The people say that they're hitting repeaters 30, 35, 40 miles away. So it's a great radio, and you don't have to jump right into getting a new antenna for it. However, these things come in all kinds of different sizes. I have the little teeny tiny stubbies that I use around the house because I'm usually on a hot spot. You've got the Abrees. These are kind of fun, tactical, military-looking antennas that fold up and down. Maybe great if you're doing airsoft or something like that. And then you have your standard antennas. This is a signal stick. I love this thing. It's the super flexible one, and you can literally just tie that thing in a knot and leave it until you're ready to use it, and then just fold it back and get it out of the way when you're done. But antennas, it's just going to have to be one of those things that you've got to decide exactly how you want to use your radio, because that may dictate what type of antenna you get. If you're an outdoor, you may want to grab one of the Abrees. If you're constantly using a hotspot, the Stubby will work. Good general purpose is the signal stick that I just showed you. There's tons of other good ones out there. I also have Diamond, I have Nagoya, so I have various antennas that I can switch in and out. Now these last 2 items, and we're going to have one bonus item as well, but these last 2 items I consider the items you should get right off of the bat. These are 2 accessories that you should invest in shortly after getting your radio. The first one is a charging cradle for your radio. Pick one of these up. They're invaluable. One, they help with the organization, keeping radios just from being cluttered on your desk, and wires from the charger hanging on your desk or your nightstand or wherever you decide to set your handy talkies at. This keeps that organized and keeps it upright, out of the way, keeps it from getting knocked over. The other part, and the other reason I tell you pick one of these up is this. My last one, which is at the top of my list, is an extra battery for your handy talkie. Pick one up. You will definitely thank me later. But here's the catch with an extra battery. The only way to charge this battery is to attach it to your radio if all you're using is a cord. If all you're using is a cord, then you're going to have to put this on your radio, plug it in, wait for it to charge, and then you have your second battery charged. However, if you have a cradle, the great thing about that is you can simply put the second battery inside the cradle, let it charge while you're using your first battery. And this particular battery actually goes to my BTEC. While your first battery is on your radio, so that this one is ready to go when this one dies out. Because there is nothing worse than being in the middle of a conversation, your radio goes dead, and you're without a second battery, you're without a way to charge this one. So pick up a second battery. If you can pick up a bundle, which is what I did with the BTEC, that's great. I ended up getting a 3100 milliamp and a 2100 milliamp battery with the same package. Not only that, but they also included the charging dock, which is great. So think about that. It's a great convenient way to keep all of your batteries charged up in rotation. All you do, you can just, when you come home at night, switch out the batteries, put the one on the charger, put the other one on your radio, and you're already ready to go for the next day. Now, I said we were going to have one more bonus item, and we're talking about talking on your radio and it going dead, and there's just no worse feeling than being in the middle of that QSO and all of a sudden, silence. Well, get yourself a car charger. For most of us, driving to work, going back and forth, these are invaluable. You can keep your radio charged up, keep it ready to go while you're traveling to and from if you don't have that second battery. So this is a great convenience item as well. These are fairly inexpensive. So guys, I've given you some options, some great things to think about as far as accessories for your radio. Again, look at that cradle charger and look at that extra battery first. The antenna, consider it one of those things on an as-needed basis. If your antenna that comes with your radio isn't performing well, replace it. The lapel mic and your radio holster, definitely convenience item, lower on the list. Look around and see what you can find when you get settled in with the first three. Guys, I appreciate you joining me. A couple of quick notes. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you want to see. Also, from last week's video, we have not given the radio away yet. So remember, we are drawing that on Friday. It is not too late to go over and enter yourself to win that radio. It is a Yaesu FT4XR. I'm very excited to give it away. You can go back to that video. It's just simply the previous one to this. It's a review. And then at the end, we tell you how to enter. Go over there and check that out. I appreciate your time. We'll see you next week. Have a great day.